Alright folks, this is Brad again, and this video is going to be about a topic that's been on my mind a lot lately, and that is vegan dating. So if you haven't seen my previous videos, I've been vegetarian now for a little over 3 years, and I've been vegan for a combined total of 12 months of that time and counting. And during that time I've dated, I think 4 women, and I had some interesting experiences with each one of them. So I'm going to share those experiences with you and also what I learned from them. So 2012, I hadn't even been vegetarian for 6 weeks, and I met this woman named Ginger, and we started dating. You could tell right off the bat she wasn't too keen on me being vegetarian or vegan, but not much happened until one night when we were laying in bed together, not wearing any clothes, after doing some naughty things, and she happened to mention that she was going to a pig roast tomorrow. And I said, well, that's interesting. Who has a pig roast? You know, pigs are smarter than dogs. Why not a dog roast? And she said, what? I said, pigs are smarter than dogs. Why not a dog roast? So she proceeded to throw my arm off of her. She got up, put on a nightgown, and she screamed at me, get the fuck out of my house! Get the fuck out of my house! Get the fuck out of my house! She must have screamed it about 5 times, and I am not exaggerating. And she screamed it. Not a yell, not I'm kind of angry. She was screaming. I was worried that somebody was going to call the police, that I was like attempting to murder her or something. It was that bad. And after that, we actually tried to work things out for a couple of weeks, until ultimately she dumped me, which was great because I realized that she was completely and utterly insane. And then after that, I dated a woman named Candace. Again, right off the bat, you could tell Candace wasn't too keen on me being a vegetarian. At one point, I was trying to explain to her why people in the world are starving and dying, and oftentimes because their corrupt governments are exporting their grains and crops to wealthier nations for a profit at the expense of the nation's own people. And I tried to explain that to her. And I tried to explain to her that all this food, all the crops that are being fed to animals could be fed directly to people. And she looked at me and she said, well, what if those people aren't vegetarian? And in my mind, I had this vision of me handing food over to poor, starving people, and they look down at it and they say, what, no meat? And I say, no meat. And they say, take it back and just let me die, because I'm not a vegetarian. So at one point, Candace and I were arguing, and you could tell we were on the verge of a breakup, but still kind of trying to work things out. When she essentially said to me, I'm used to manly men. Basically insinuating that I'm not manly because I don't kill animals and because I don't pay other people to kill animals, which is interesting. If that means I'm not manly, then you know, so be it. I'll be a lesbian, I guess. Then after that, I dated a woman named Latoya. Yes, I dated a woman named Latoya, and she was actually really sweet and really nice. And aside from that, where do you get your protein? What do you eat? Type of questions. She was pretty great. She actually even tried to adopt Meatless Monday, which I don't think lasted very long, but she was cool about it. So I don't have much to say about her. And then I dated a woman named Felicia. She was my girlfriend for about a year, and she was a really sweet woman too, except for the fact that she was a meat eater and she had no intentions on ceasing the meat consumption, and no desire to hear anything about veganism or vegetarianism whatsoever. And though I don't want to put blame on somebody else, I do take full responsibility. It was while I was dating her that I went from vegan back to being vegetarian. Even though I went back to being vegetarian, I was still mostly vegan. No eggs or anything like that, even no honey, but I was eating cheese. So, yeah, you know, so she and I dated for about a year, and there's really no instances that stuck out as far as Felicia goes. We didn't really have any arguments about the veganism or vegetarianism. But what I learned essentially from dating her and also the others, and it took me a while to learn it, was that I realized that at least for me, I could never date somebody that eats meat again. I couldn't do it. There's no way. Somebody that eats meat versus somebody that's vegan, their life philosophies and what matters to them are just so fundamentally different. It's like a born again Christian dating an atheist, and that's probably not even an accurate analogy. It'd be like me dating a woman that works at a slaughterhouse that had also been a convicted serial murderer of men or something. It's too conflicting. And I didn't realize this until just recently, actually, that there's just no way I could do it. So again, I'm 30 years old, and I've been single for over a year now since Felicia and I broke up. And here I am, even cutting back my options even more. But you know what? So be it. I'm doing the right thing. There's no way I could date somebody that eats meat again unless they were seriously curious and interested about learning about veganism and possibly making the switch. That'd be the only way I could do it. So if you're listening to this and you're a vegan who is dating a meat eater, or if you're watching this and you eat meat and you're dating a vegan or considering it, great. Best of luck to you guys. But at least as far as I'm concerned, there's no way I could do it. So any of you ladies out there watching this that you're vegan and single, call me. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what I learned. I don't see much in the way of a long-term relationship between vegans and meat eaters, period. But if you're out there and you're doing it, good luck. I hope it works out for you. But for me, there's just no way I could do it. So yeah, I mean, those are my experiences with women that I've dated since I've gone vegan and vegetarian, and that's what I've learned from it. Essentially, a lot of people just aren't okay with it, and it doesn't matter how good or bad things are going with your relationship. If you've got that, in between you, got that monkey on your back, I don't think it's going to work. So that's my take on vegan dating at this point. Maybe I'll have some updates after I have some more experiences, but that's my take for now. So thanks for listening and have a good day.